Okay, this is a quick screen share that I'm going to be sending to Carrie and maybe some other people just to show you how to get a little bit more control over Zoom meetings. So you go to zoom.web.zoom.us, or you could just type in zoom.us. Make sure you're logged in. This is all on a desktop. Up over here is the My Account button. Once you click on that, it gets you into your profile and all sorts of other things. There's a couple of different options. One thing you can do is go into a meeting, schedule a new meeting, and when you schedule a new meeting, require registration. You won't be able to have a personal meeting ID with this. It'll set a new meeting ID every single time you set up a meeting. But what will happen is somebody will have to register for the meeting, meaning they're going to have to give you an email address. So at least there's a little bit of security on that. There's another thing we can do, and we can go into the settings for this. So requiring registration is one option. I don't usually do that. Another option, a few options in settings. Settings has a lot of options. One of the things I always require in a meeting is a password. I use a personal meeting ID and I have a password. So we're just going to come down here real slow. This is the settings area. And the first part of it, we don't need to make any changes. I always require a password. And then somebody has to ask me for a password if they want to come to a meeting. Another option is having only authenticated users. That's kind of a little bit of a pain because the host has to deal with authenticating users. That's a little bit of a pain. But down here, a little bit further, some of the in-meeting stuff. Okay, this is the in-meeting basic. I think we skip over that part. We're going down slow. Here, screen sharing is always host only. And change that if you have to. You can change that during a meeting. You can disable desktop or screen share for users. I don't do that. You could try that. These are a little bit more important, Carrie, I think, for the kind of meetings that you're talking about. Turning off annotation and turning off whiteboard. This way, nobody can be drawing pictures of puppy parts or anything. The other thing you can do, if you notice anybody being a bad player, you can remove them and not allow them to rejoin. And one thing I really like to do is to ask people to show themselves. If you notice somebody being a bad player, you can report them. But I think for your purposes, I'm just kind of looking through here. I don't think any of this other stuff is that important. You can turn off the waiting room if you don't want the constant dings. That's a useful thing. But I think for you, the in-meeting advanced stuff is, oh no, the in-meeting basic stuff. Yeah, the in-meeting basic stuff, you go into here and do not allow people to share, do not allow annotation, and do not allow a whiteboard. And that way, they shouldn't be able to scribble in there. And also making sure you have a password, just, you know, even if you just say, reach out to me for password or put the password in like for instance, if it was not one more vet, you could put the password in that group because you've already vetted everybody in that group. And you would know, okay, anybody who's got the password is in this pre-vetted group. Anyway, that is it for now. I'm going to email you this recording when it's done. And then let me know if you have any more questions. Feel free to reach out to me. Okay? Have a great day, and I hope you stop getting hassles. Have fun in California. Wave towards Berkeley and say hi to my son. Bye.